Hey guys, this is Steven, aka even Steven Money, and I'll be starting here in just the next minute. As you can probably tell from my voice, a little under the weather, so I'll do my best to remain uh, well spirited and try to save my voice as well. Hopefully, the Mucinex has helped get me past to a better place today throughout the week. But yeah, it should be a fun one today. We've got a question as well from one of my friends or one of my readers, or however you want to say it. I probably do this. I commingle it, but it should be exciting. This week's topic, of course, the year of exploration. But hey, guys, let's dive right into it. As I said before, I'm a little under the weather, so hopefully everything is just as good with my voice and what have you. But hey guys, my name is Steven, aka even Steven Money. We are here live on Money Talk Friday. Every week we have a new topic. I share my story, recommendations, action items, and questions from you. I'm excited. We got a good question today to grow your knowledge. But hey, if you're wondering who I am, never been here before, first time checking out the video, my name is Steven, and after paying off over $100,000 in consumer debt, my wife and we found our version of financial freedom. You know, it led me to where I am today. I launched my own money coach business, Even Steven Money, and then I work with my clients to help them pay off debt faster, save more money than they ever have before, also they can live a better life today and retire comfortable tomorrow. That is the Even Steven Money motto for everyone here. And it's what I live by as well. So I made a promise to the person who submitted the question that I would dive right into it within the first 5 minutes. I thought it was such a great question to get us started. And the question is from Naomi. And her question is, do you have any books that you'd recommend to change the way you think of spending and saving? I thought that was such a great question. I really did. Because there were some books that had a major impact on me and how I started thinking about money and kind of shifting that. I've got a couple written down here, so if I glance over, it's because of that. So the first one that came to my mind of, again, how to change the way I think of spending and saving. The one that popped in my head right away was The Millionaire Next Door. And I'm going to answer, if you go on to facebook.com/Even Steven Money at the Even Steven Money page, I'm going to answer Naomi's question and give her the authors and what have you. These I'll be speaking to them. You should be able to Google search them, go on to Amazon and find them. But The Millionaire Next Door, I believe it was by Stanley, in my head it's Stanley Dasco, but anyways, Millionaire Next Door. That was a major shift for me because I read it and I thought of millionaires as something totally different. In my head, it was someone who was living rich and driving Lamborghinis and big houses and crazy looking, watches or what have you. And after reading that book, it really put me in, a better place and a better mindset. That just wasn't the case. Just because you have a big car, big house, big car, that's not always going to be what a millionaire is. And reading that they were, driving old Fords, or I think they were like 10 years old or greater, that they all had like Timex watches, like very cheap, or very maybe a high value watch. And just that they weren't going crazy on spending money. A lot of them owned, I believe it was small businesses, or they were contributing, they were saving money. And so the Millionaire Next Door, that was a great book for me. Highly recommended, changing your how you think about money. And as well, the next one, I should say I'm a story person. So I like to have a story behind my reading for personal finance, because, tips and tricks are great. But kind of, how many tips and tricks can you do, right? So if I ever write a book, make sure to have a story, right? But the other one that I really loved was The Richest Man in Babylon. When I read that book, again, just a great mindset shift for me, because it had a story too. You started thinking about, what's important, how you should be spending your money, how you should be saving your money. And it had a story behind it with kind of, here's your lesson. And I haven't read it in a while, but it was one of my favorites. And it was set in older times. I believe everything was supposed to be like biblical parables, and then, with Babylon or what have you. And then, the idea is you could take it and it still applies today. And that was what was amazing to me. The next one, which I think is just kind of an expanding version of Richest Man in Babylon, just another story, another different way to think about it, was The Wealthy Barber. And when I did my Amazon search on The Wealthy Barber, he had updated it. I believe it's already on his third update. And it just, again, it's a great story. And the story has like little life lessons along the way. And those are the ones I really appreciate. And The Wealthy Barber did that for me. Now, I did read maybe a review or two that said, his numbers or what he did is way off. But the story and what you get out of it is more important. And I believe he's updated it as well. So I would say those three books. So The Millionaire Next Door, Richest Man in Babylon, and The Wealthy Barber would be my three that had a major impact on myself. And I would recommend. They've come out with updated ones for for Millionaire Next Door and The Wealthy Barber, because actually the author of The Millionaire Next Door passed away, but I believe it was his daughter ended up going ahead and doing the next Millionaire Next Door, which I haven't read, which would be a great read. I'm gonna have to put that in my library, my wish list, right? But I read some other ones. If those don't, catch you, just quick other ones are, Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey. That'll get you thinking a different way. But that one didn't hit home with me. I listened to him a lot. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, especially on the income side, that got a mindset shift as well. Kind of like your W-2 worker versus, your small business owner, I guess is the way to look at it. And then this one was maybe a little more technical, more of the tips and tricks, but I felt like they were new age at the time. And that's Ramit Sethi's I Will Teach You to Be Rich. All of those kind of had an impact on me as well. But those are the three books. Naomi, great question. Thank you so much. I'll respond, personally and give you the links as well. But hey guys, just a reminder, my name is Steven, aka Even Steven Money. We're here live on Facebook, Money Talk Friday, where we have a new topic every week. And this week's topic is the year of exploration. And I just answered questions, which was great. And so we're going to move on a little bit to the blog post and talk about that just a little bit more and give you some, some of the inside track, right? Some of the things that you might not have thought about, and to get you to grow your knowledge and get you to learn more about, more about money. So I'm going to add the actual link to the blog post, the year of exploration. And of course, read it if you have not. But I like to start out, this will give you some more color to it. It's a great intro I like to read the intro of the blog post and give you kind of an idea of where we're heading in the discussion, or we're in the topic. So in the past years, I created a theme of the upcoming year. So when I paid off my student loans, the theme the following year was the year of freedom. That year, I took the opportunity to travel more, including a tiny house in Omaha for Berkshire Hathaway, which is the Ducks behind me, the annual conference there, and buying a new bike, a Trek 7.2 FX. So that the year was the year of freedom. And then this year, I created my personal theme is the year of exploration. And I'm very excited about it. And make sure to, stay tuned because this, I think it'll help your personal theme in 2019. As an example, in 2018, we declared the theme as the year of change. And that is one that far exceeded expectations and by living up to that title. Just a couple of highlights financially. We sold our home in Chicago. We moved to Miami, Florida. My wife now works remotely. I left my 9-to-5 job and started Even Steven Money as a money coach, which is, one of the reasons I'm here today. It just big changes after declaring it the year of change early on. And I truly believe that none of this would have occurred without putting ourselves in a position of financial strength. I do say, in the intro, we created our own version of financial freedom. And it's allowing us opportunities that, I'm going to talk about next, which is exciting. Just a reminder, guys, Steven, aka Even Steven Money. We're here live on Money Talk Friday. This week's topic is the year of exploration. And I'm doing my best to stay. I was a little sick during the week, so if my voice isn't perfect, apologies, but I'm giving it all I got. And the eyes wide open, right? Yeah, so with sorry about that. So with the year of exploration, it's essentially, I should probably give you a little more color to that, is, a lot of people do New Year's resolutions. I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions. I will write down my goals for, the year ahead and try to figure them out early in January. But what I like to do is I like to think of it as January is kind of a test month for me. And, I'll put out a goal, whether it's personal or financial, and I'll see if that's really attainable. Is that something that I can reach? It kind of give it a test in that first month. For example, let's say we'll use the gym as an example. If my goal was to go to the gym 5 days a week, that's a lot, right? So I would say, okay, let's go 5 days a week. And I tried it out, and maybe five didn't sit well. It was too much. So then I'd scale it back and say, okay, maybe 3 days. Maybe 3 days is the perfect amount. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then create my goals off of that by adjusting and not having it be January be this mark of either success or failure. It's a great way to just test. And I do this a lot with many aspects of my life. So, budget, budget and fitness and personal. It's not always just a success or a failure. It gives you time to adjust. But that's what the year of exploration is. The first thing I wanted to dive into, one of the main topics, and I'll talk about them here, so it's going to be home and family, community, business, and travel. So the first one is in the year of exploration is home. And so our year of exploration for home, and again, thank you again for all those who have joined. I appreciate it. Big thumbs up to you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for, taking 10 minutes out of your day or however long this may last and just giving me the opportunity to, really grow your knowledge and get you thinking about money. For us, and our theme year is home and family. And for us, we moved into a new house in this past year in 2018. And it's actually been a pretty big adjustment, I think, because in Chicago, we lived in a small home. It was a multi-unit home, and it was, I believe, with the floor that we lived on was 1,200 square feet. And we moved into a house that was, approximately double that. and it's just the way things worked out. But it was an adjustment, and there's with more space, there's more. You're almost expected to get more things, and what do you do with all these rooms? And I know this sounds very almost silly, right? But it took an adjustment. It took us a while to get used to it. We also had renters that were in here in the past 7 or 8 years. So we wanted to make, and we're doing it now, and that's kind of the year of exploration, is making it more of our home. You see in the background some things that make me think of, well, for me, even Stephen Money, but home, things that we've done together. So there's Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger in the duck form. I got a picture when we went to New York in the Brooklyn Bridge that we had someone do. And there's something, a couple of tags too. I went to a Facebook convention or social media. No, it was Facebook convention. And also, I believe, let me check. Yeah, so I also went and volunteered at Wadapalooza. So like those are things, that's a CrossFit activity, but those are things that made this room feel more like home. And we started doing. My wife got big into. It's just the beginning, but a raised vegetable garden bed. So this is really just exploring things and figuring out, our home, right? So we had, we add in trees in the back, fruit trees and vegetable trees, so avocado, mango, and what we hope is a lime, but possibly is a tangerine. But yeah, it's just really exciting. So that's kind of our exploring for the home part of it, and really making it's, what do they say? A house to a home. And that's what it's becoming. And I don't think we had that entirely in Chicago in some ways, just as an investment property. And now this is a single family residence where we're, it's just us, us and our dog Angel. But that is the home part. And then family for our year of exploration is, really finding out, really exploring, I would say, how much, spending more time with them, really. Because my wife's family lives down here in Florida. They're not too far away, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, depending on traffic, of course, but very close. And it's the opportunity to, have them come over for dinner, but they actually, the whole family helped with doing the vegetable garden, for example, the raised vegetable garden. And that was fun. It actually, as fun as doing manual labor can be, but it was a good time. And, we had, we cooked a meal behind it. We had a barbecue, and it was just a great opportunity to explore. I keep saying explore because it's the year of exploration, but just really an opportunity to, grow with, your family and spend more time, and, go on my wife will go over to their house on a Wednesday just to say hello. And, we'll go over there for food or to help out. And that's really what the home and family have become. And that's what we're, gearing up towards in 2019, just more of that. Need that water. Apologies. Hey guys, just a reminder, my name is Steven. This is Money Talk Friday. We're here every week. We've got a new topic, a share my story, recommendations, action items, and questions from you. This week's topic is the year of exploration. So I have a themed year every year, and this year in 2019 is the year of exploration. Just jumping to the next. So just talked about home and family. I'm going to talk about community a little bit. And community for me, it's definitely Miami's starting to feel like home. Let me start there. For me, being a member of my local CrossFit gym has started us off, meeting and just talking with people a little bit more, just wanting to get more involved. We recently, not too long ago, did a local event for business owners in the area. It was new, and it was fun. We got to, I think I wrote in there, what is it? We got to peek from the shadows into the sunlight of the community. So yeah, I met a couple people, and there's more examples of it, but that's just one. And my wife also getting involved in the community. She's going to be a part of the Parks and Rec committee, not the TV show, but we have joked that she's going to be the next Leslie Knope, if you're familiar with Parks and Rec. But yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity to get involved in the community, as you know, and explore, because you know we don't know a ton of people. We just moved here. We've been here for I guess maybe 6 months. I should start counting these months now. But yeah, it's a great opportunity. And, you know, and that's going to kind of go together too with my business. So Money Coach, I do want to get more involved in, you know, not only the community, but also, I mean, yes, so we're going to be in the community, right? But that also is going to go right into, you know, the business as well. So 2019, I launched my business as a money coach. You know, I have been helping others and sharing my story since all the way back in 2014. But it's got a different shift and a different focus. I said it this week, if you're on Facebook at Even Steven Money, and I said, you know, 99% of what I do like this is free, right? So this is free of charge, grow your knowledge, get better with money. But there's that other 1% that I offer too. And that's working hands-on with individuals. And really what I'm developing and creating for you is a roadmap. And I like to say it's brick by brick to create your road to financial freedom. And it's just a great opportunity to, you know, for you and for me, of course, it's just to learn more and to figure out, you know, what's next for you. For me personally, as I'm exploring my business, you know, I'm starting everything from the ground up. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of things that, you know, are new to me that I'm learning, or, you know, I'm watching a YouTube video, or my friend, you know, on Teachable, right? Learning, you know, more about coaching and different things that I can do. But yeah, I mean, my goal ultimately is to help others change their financial future. What's crazy, and it's already happened for a couple of people that I've worked with, is like that's what actually happens. So to see someone improve, and then also to put your name on everything, it's certainly it's fun, but it's also, you know, it's scary, and that's why, you know, I'm exploring this in 2019. Hey guys, just a reminder, we're here on Money Talk Friday. I'm struggling. I'm a little sick this week, where we have a new topic. I share my story, recommendations, action items, and questions from you. Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I've said it before, but, you know, anytime anyone likes it, throws a comment out there, joins, I really appreciate it. I like doing these, like I really do. So it's great to, you know, see other people just, you know, encourage, and hopefully you guys get something out of this as well. So the big one for me, as we talk about the year of exploration and theming your year, for me, theming it in 2019, the year of exploration is the big one. This is I think the big fun one for me, and that's travel. So travel is going to be a little bit different this year. And we've tested it a little bit, and it's going to be, because I'm able to work from home, because, you know, my wife's able to work from home, we're, you know, going to expand our travel a little bit to be able to, you know, work remotely. And, you know, if, for example, you know, we go to a new city, we can work there for, you know, 7 to 10 days or whatever the amount is, but while we're still productive and doing the exact same things that I would be doing here, we're just doing it in a new city. And that's really exciting. During the day we'll be, obviously working, but you can visit the city. For me, cities, me and my wife, the city's libraries, coffee shops, neighborhoods during the day. And then at night, if we want to have a drink or a new restaurant, the event, the places of interest, I'm pretty excited about just all the possibilities. I mean, you throw a random city out there that, we haven't seen, and let's say Austin, Texas, right? Wouldn't it be great to have an Airbnb in Austin, Texas, and then, work during the day, and then when we're done, we go and check out the city, check out the neighborhood. Great barbecue. So I hear. I mean, everything in Texas, but it's what we created with what we created and what we're trying to create with our lifestyle. It's just being able to explore more. And I don't know if this is going to be possible in every scenario, and because we are trying to make Miami, Florida here, our home. So it's definitely a challenge. But one of the first things that pops in my mind with travel, and I'm sure it does with you, is the costs associated with travel. So I'm always looking for different ways to reduce the cost. And these are some things that popped in my head to keep it lower, and questions that I need to ask. And these are great questions for you when you're traveling as well. And I think that's important. So the big three, right? So transportation, housing, and food, they don't change. So I ask questions. How do we, keep the flight cost cheaper? Should we be traveling off peak? Should we travel hack, use, miles? What about when we get there? Do we only take public transportation? Do we walk, bike? How do we keep those costs low? Housing, of course, is going to be a big one. How do we challenge that? So, would we only go to places with friends and family to keep our costs low? That's a possibility. Would we consider house sitting, or even free housing, couch surfing, etc.? Or could we, could we travel hack hotels or Airbnbs, reducing the costs? Just so many different things to think about. Add in the food. If you have the Airbnb or a hotel with the microwave or a kitchen, the longer stays, is it possible that we could cook there? So just some pretty crazy things to think about and ask yourself. And there's even one, I call it, trying to figure this out a little bit. There's even one part where I called it covert budget travel, which I thought was a new term, and I thought it was kind of cool. But there's two of us, right? Husband and wife. And if I have to travel for a conference, that's really just one cost, right? So it's kind of like the buy one, get one. So you only have to worry about housing and transportation for one person, for two people, but you're actually getting it for one. So that's kind of that buy one, get one. I would say, I think I said on there, discount extravaganza. But yeah, if for example, I'm volunteering, like I did at Wodapalooza for CrossFit, there is some other perks and advantages. Or I volunteered at FinCon. There's perks and advantages of being able to volunteer or to work a little bit, or that you'd have that you normally wouldn't have, which is really interesting. There is a girl too from Australia who was actually working at, I believe, what was it, Sundance? I forget the specifics, but it was for the name and what have you. But Frugality to Freedom. But anyway, she was working at Sundance, and then she was getting so much things really paid for by them. So she had her housing covered, she had her food budget covered, and then she could go to Sundance. Even though she was working it, she could also go to some of the movies itself. So she just kept everything really low on the cost, and that's going to be a fun, I guess, challenge in 2019 as we explore more. But I just wanted to finish up the drink. But so that's what's exciting. So this year is a year of exploration. I challenge you to have a theme for your 2019. And that's what this was all about. I wanted to share how really it's been a huge, I would say, success for me the past few years, is making like an entire year based off that theme. A year of freedom, a year of change. This is the year of exploration. I challenge you to do the same. And it's for us, our lifestyle is shifting, trying to create our ideal home situation and living, family being involved, and community. And there's just so many things, right? And, a lot of this is because we've reached a point in our financial lives currently where we do have more financial freedom than we had in the past. And we get to, we get to travel and see new adventures. And I, of course, hope you'll join me, at Even Steven Money, and, kind of check us out. Check out what we're up to. Check out 2019. Grow your knowledge with Even Steven Money, and, take a little bit and learn a little bit and apply it to your life. Remember, 99% of this is free of charge, just like these Facebook Lives. I'm here every Friday, 1 p.m. on Money Talk Friday. I've got a new topic, share my story, recommendations, action items, and questions from you. If during the Facebook Live you pop in a question, it comes to me before I'm off, I'll be happy to answer it. Throughout the week, Facebook, you can reach me so many different ways, but Facebook, if you know me, send me a call me, send me a text, send me an email, evenstevenmoney@gmail.com, all of it. I love it. But hey guys, as a reminder, it took me a while to get here, and I paid off over $100,000 in consumer debt. I launched Even Steven Money, where I help my clients pay off debt faster, save more money than they ever have before, all that so they can live a better life today and retire comfortable tomorrow. So that's my goal for you guys. That's my goal for myself, right? But I help you get there. No longer zigzagging to run that mile. We are running a straight line, and I'm here to help. And yeah, I like to say, I don't really do a sales pitch. I really do want to help those out there who, are looking for help, and, to get their money right. And you can always reach me right here. I'm going to add it in the link in the comments, and that's going to be evenstevenmoney.com/money-coach. That'll walk you through kind of what I do, some of the things that are out there. And if you can also do it on the Facebook. I was able to on Facebook. You're able to book from there, but it brings you right to this link, and then we can talk a little bit more about if I'm able to help you. If your financial issue is something that I help with, or that I can, essentially that I can solve. Because I need us to be a good match. I need you to like me. I need you to understand that, I'm in this for you, and that you're ready to make a change. But those are some great places that I put links in. Again, you can just schedule just a discovery session is what I call it. So it's, 15 to 30 minutes where, we talk and see if we're a good fit and if I can help you solve your financial problem. But hey guys, I want to just wrap up and say thank you again for everyone who joined, everyone who's seen this video, dealing with my cold and me and my voice. Hopefully it hasn't been too bad. But thank you for the likes, thank you for the shares, thank you for the comments, thank you for interacting throughout the week. I love this stuff. Sounds so nerdy, but I really do. I enjoy. I got excited when Naomi asked the question today. I was like, we get to talk about books. So definitely check that out. Check out Even Steven Money. I'm a big believer in that we are all in this together. So if you're here or you're checking it out, it means that you care. You care a little bit about your money, and you want a better financial life, and growing your knowledge or just supporting someone else as they, try to help others. That's really important. And that's why I think we are in this together. So hopefully you got something out of today. Check me out every Friday, Money Talk Friday. Everywhere you can find me, even Stephen Money, evenstevenmoney.com. I'm on Facebook at Even Stephen Money. I'm kind of everywhere. Look up Even Stephen Money. You will find me. And I hope you'll join me this week and every week. But until then, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again next week. Big thumbs up, guys. Thanks again.